I used to call myself a coach, and now it makes me giggle a little bit when I look back. There's a little there's a little of cringe as well. Coach. And on some levels I'm like, yeah, I get it, but like it also just gives me a little bit of a and no disrespect to anyone who calls themselves a coach right now. Um but yeah, for me it's like immediately creating some sort of a hierarchy 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 hierarchy. You get me? Um, and it's funny. Yeah, it really is funny. Um, and for me, how I just got cut off there, and so yeah, it creates this friction, like as if I know more than you, and I'm gonna show you the way or teach you something. And I also want to say that on some level, at times, people do have a more experience and understanding in a certain topic, and they can act as a teacher. You could act as a teacher for me in a certain thing, and I could act as a teacher for you in a certain thing. And that's just the way of life, and that's the beauty of life as well. Like in relationships. Um, so yeah, I get it, and also it makes me giggle. Coach. I'm a coach. I'm gonna coach you to a certain goal. Nah, I'm probably not going to. You may gain some sense of achievement by doing some sessions with me, but ultimately it's a space with no specific goal. And some people might not resonate with this not having a goal, because the mind, we have been so much conditioned to be goal orientated, and the masculine is goal and mind and tick the box and get the checklist done. But I feel like where I'm coming from now is a place of feeling, seeing, witnessing, opening to the beauty of life and to the beauty of yourself. And although goal orientated, disciplinary, consistent, anchoring of specific things or practices can absolutely be beneficial to this way of getting in contact with a sense of achievement, and that connection to a deeper feeling, felt sense, true felt sense of your beauty and the beauty of life, which is both very much the same. But yeah, there doesn't seem to be a more this, that, and the next thing, and then that step, and then that step with the sessions that I'm offering. It's more of a conscious flow of whatever is alive and new perspective, giving opportunity to see deeper truth and come back into balance with something that may be out of balance. Also, with this sense that this thing that comes back into balance may be out of balance in the future again. So I have struggled with, this is an example, with physically moving my body and getting my body into a place that feels good. And first of all, there may be beliefs and wounds and trauma around this whole picture, yeah? And I may unravel some of them and dissolve some of that so I can see a level of truth, and then I get into a right relationship with a certain practice of moving and physically being connected to my physical body and exercise, etc. And then that brings me to a certain level of truth, but then down the line a few years later I feel a little bit out of balance with it again, or even a year later I feel a little bit out of a balance with it again, and I'm not feeling connected to that sense within myself that I'm physically fit in my body and mobile and the way that I know I can be, and that my heart yearns for and my truth yearns for this connection to my body. So then I've come out of balance again. Or on the other hand of that, I go out of balance on the other way, the other side of that scale, where I am overly working out my body, and it's like the opposite, becomes an addiction almost. And again, that can be rooted generally from some sort of a wound, and wanting to be seen in some way, or not feeling like good in myself, or not feeling like content in myself without having this certain practice. So it's just like constantly coming back into balance. And when I sit with you in a session, it's to reflect, hear you, reflect back to you what you're speaking, support you with some certain practices and connecting to yourself, to explore and inquire the different parts of yourself, to unravel and unpack, to potentially see or learn or gain a deeper truth within yourself, so that you can move forward and take responsibility and accountability for where you're at in your life right now and what needs to be changed. And then this will happen outside of the session. We will do the exploration of what we will bring consciousness to what needs to be, awareness to what needs to be changed, but the true change will come in between the sessions. And again, as we work together, there will be suggestions of offerings, suggestions and offerings of certain practices and tools that can be used outside of the sessions to help incorporate and integrate what you have discovered and what has been revealed to you, and that truth, and how to bring back that balance of that certain thing that was out of balance. And that's ultimately what we will do within the sessions. And we will do that with the mental, emotional and physical aspects of ourselves, because we can't negate one or the other, and it's vital and crucial to balance all together. They're all connected anyway. So anyway, I've gone on a bit of a tangent with the whole beginning with coach to explain in what way I'm working, which is funny. But yeah, just rounding it, bringing it back to the coach thing. It just feels that friction, and that like I'm gonna coach you in a certain direction to become better at a certain thing. Yeah, it's cool, people do that, and if you want to call yourself a coach, absolutely. And some people actually really do have this clear directed focus on teaching you a certain thing and bringing you from A to B with that. And ultimately, this, in one perspective, might see that this will bring you from A to B with certain things in your life. Actually, it definitely will. But there's no specific definite clear, like, oh, this is what it will be, and then it'll be that, and then we'll reach the next step with this thing. It's just whatever will happen. It'll be a natural, organic unfolding of your own process with whatever naturally, organically comes up throughout the sessions. It is so beyond my comprehension, or even I wouldn't even try to know what's going to happen, because I wouldn't be fucking shy talking. I don't have a clue what's going to happen. So yeah. Anyway, will I leave the ramble there? Maybe so. Yeah, thank you. Gura míle mágat. Yeah.